so what we're going to go through now is the setup when you do a lane hamstring curl. So the first thing is making sure the machine is set up properly for you. You might need to make a few adjustments, because when you come on here, this pad wants to be on the bottom of your ankle, so it's making sure it's not too high up in the calf or up here, or it's not resting on your heel. So whatever gym you're at, there's always going to be some adjustments around here that you might need to change. And then the second part, see my kneecaps now, your kneecap here needs to be right up against the pad, not on the pad, otherwise you're going to find it starts there in your knees. It's got to be right up against it. And then your main focus for when you're doing lane hamstring curls is making sure you're always thinking in your head about pushing your hips really hard into the pad. Because if your hips, like you see now, I can't put my hands through my hips, there's no gap. If your hips start lifting up and you're able to put your hand through your hips like this, I'll show you now, using too much weight, there's too much weight on the machine and you're not isolating your hamstrings fully and you're starting to use your lower back. So the first thing is make sure, one, always think about pushing your hips in. If your hips are lifting, you need to lower the weight so you can fully isolate your hamstrings, not start pulling other muscle groups into the movement. Always use the hand pads to lock yourself down. Make sure your kneecap is up to the edge. As I'm going now, think about pushing your hips really hard into the pad. All the way up, pause, nice and slow the way down. You're just going to tap, you're just going to stop before you tap out. Don't go banging off the weights, stop before you tap out, so you're always keeping constant tension on your hamstrings throughout the whole movement. So when I'm going up now, think about pushing your hips in. Even when you're going down now, make sure you're pushing your hips in, so never lifting away. So again, these are the does. This is what you don't want to be doing, is going up and doing that. Common mistake I see a lot of people make. They go down, too much weight, they throw up, they're doing this. Look at that gap. That there's a no-no. So one last good rep. Push your hips in hard. All hamstrings. Nice and slow the way down. Stopping before tap out. So keep that tension on hamstrings all the time.